Hey guys, my name is Thomas. Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about Illustrato Pictures International, ticker symbol ILUS. I really like this company for a couple of reasons. First, they're in the EV space, and they've actually been in it far before all the EV hype recently. Now, second, they're helping the world out, and I really like the cause. Third, the CEO is very ambitious and has plans to uplist to NASDAQ in the future. And fourth, this just became a crypto play as well. Now, one more thing that I would like to note is that this has potential to gain government contracts and work with fire departments all around the world. Just to give you guys a little bit of context, the company is looking to rebrand from Illustrato Pictures to ILUS International since it was bought out and changed into a mergers and acquisition company recently. They specifically look to acquire businesses in the tech, engineering, and manufacturing industries. Currently, they own 4 businesses: eRaptor, which is their EV company, FB Technologies, and Firebug, which are their firefighting equipment manufacturing companies, and TVC, which is a company that designs and converts vehicles for specialist applications such as emergency vehicles, mobile hospitals, and more. Now, there are a lot of companies involved here, but they all do have their own purpose. I'll dive deeper into all of them in a bit, but basically this company is providing solutions to help fire and rescue services perform more efficiently by offering technology that is very water efficient, cuts down pollution, cuts down gas costs, speeds up the time necessary to put out a fire, and potentially in the future offer fully autonomous fire and rescue services. Now, I know this is a bit of a funny screenshot and it's kind of childish, but why I really like this company is actually because of the technology behind their services. It's super efficient. Now, I found this comparison on the Investor Hub's ILUS page, and it's comparing the differences using conventional technology and Firebug technology to put out a typical car fire. We see the conventional uses 260 gallons of water. It takes 90 seconds and requires 4 people working to actually put it out. Now, the Firebug technology uses only 10 gallons of water. It only takes 7 seconds, and it only requires 2 people working to put it out. I'll talk a bit more about how all of the companies tie in together, but first, let's talk about another company that they're partnered with. This PR talks about how they're partnering with Millennium Autonomous Vehicle Technology. I really like the direction that this company is taking. Rather than building all their own proprietary software and spending years doing R&D, they're outsourcing all of that and partnering with this company in order to provide an autonomous unmanned fire and rescue solution for the military, fire and rescue, and specialist applications. Now, they've actually been working together on solutions for many months on an autonomous unmanned fire and rescue solution for several military and civil defense departments, and they're actually looking to develop autonomous tech for their eRaptor EV as well. One thing I find very interesting is that they've already been working with military and civil defense departments. I'm not sure what the details of those deals are, but if they have some contracts in place, then that could definitely bring in the company huge recurring revenues if they're supplying all their vehicles. Even without that though, having unmanned fire trucks to put out complete fires is super useful, and that tech alone will definitely have an impact on the world. If you guys haven't already, I suggest you watch this interview with the CEO. He talks about the goals of the company and what they've done so far. I'll try not to repeat what I just talked about, but here's a summary of the interview. He said that they plan to uplist to NASDAQ in the future, and it involves cleaning up the ILUS entity. They need to work on branding, becoming fully reporting with the SEC, and having a transparent reporting structure to the shareholders. He also talks about how the eRaptor EV is the world's first 6-wheel utility vehicle and are looking to solve worldwide problems and make the world a better place in general. They help firefighters get into areas far quicker and allow them to cover a bigger area with a lower budget. They're looking to become cleaner as well. Their tech forms a foundation for the entire group. They're looking to preserve water, and they're doing this by using an AV and with far less water. They're able to basically improve the fuel consumption, the speed of firefighters to get to a scene, less pollution, and they also save water. Now, they do have patents on their tech as well, and they're looking to make multiple businesses that will allow them to deliver on this service. They're also looking to acquire tech that bolts onto their current technology. They're looking to acquire a company in the IoT business that will allow fire marshals to track firefighters, where they are, how long they've been on duty, and their current condition. And the same goes for the vehicles that they're using right now. So their main purpose for their acquisitions are manufacturing capacity, routes to market, and a technology platform that allows them to tie everything in together. In my opinion, the CEO is super ambitious, and I'm really looking forward to seeing where he leads the company. And the tech they're working on currently is world changing. I also like how they're really trying to become a leader in the fire and rescue industry by creating a very efficient autonomous fire vehicle that has IoT devices on them. Now, this PR was a little bit weird to me at first, since it made no sense why they would join the crypto sector, but when you read it, it makes more sense. They're looking to expand into the crypto space by launching an ILUS crypto token, and they've signed an agreement with Toto Capital to produce and launch the token, and the deal means that Toto Capital will pay ILUS International a royalty on the token sales, as well as a substantial direct investment into ILUS, and Toto will also provide the vendor lease purchases financing to ILUS customers for the ILUS equipment. Now here's where this crypto token project ties into the rest of the ILUS companies. The ILUS coin offers significant values to coin holders and many emergency responders globally, especially much needed volunteer groups who didn't have the capital required to fund their much needed equipment purchases. Therefore, they created this token to assist with funding and creating availability for this much needed equipment. This coin is expected to deliver value and growth to both ILUS shareholders and increased values and rewards to the ILUS token holders. Another part of the deal is that Toto Capital will be investing into ILUS in the form of non-dilutive shares that allows ILUS to actually grow the business and carry out more acquisitions, share buybacks, and strengthen their balance sheet. Toto Capital's investment is expected to exceed $35 million over the next 18 to 24 months. Now, the advantage of this token is that token holders will receive a return from the tokens as portions of the preference shares are redeemed from Toto Capital, and they could also receive an annual dividend and staking rewards for holding the tokens, in addition to profits from the equipment lease contracts. Overall, I think this crypto token project is one of the favorite ones I've discovered recently. After hearing about the DSCR and AABB gold tokens, I definitely like this one a lot more than them. It has a real world use case, being that it's funding the financing for equipment purchases, allowing ILUS to grow much faster as it provides them more liquidity, and it will eventually give good returns to coin holders as well, as they get an annual dividend and get profits from the equipment lease contracts. Now, I actually wasn't able to find their updated financials for Q4 2020, so if you guys know where I can find that, please leave it in a comment down below. Now, I do know that they're not fully SEC reporting, so that may literally be the reason why I wasn't able to find them. But I found this very brief Reddit thread that talks about how they have $3.7 million in assets, which is great, but they do have a lot of debt. Now, the debt is accruing interest currently, and $500,000 is a lot of interest. However, some of the debt that is owed is from being owed shares, meaning the debt issuers also believe that the company has value, which is a good thing for the stock. I can't speak much more on their financials since I obviously don't have them, but the Toto Capital deal definitely raised a little bit of suspicion to me at first. They said it was $35 million of non-dilutive, non-debt funding. In my opinion, this could either be a good or a bad sign. The good sign is that they're actually using it to build products, acquire more companies, and work on more projects and bring in a huge ROI. Now, since it's another company actually investing, it's definitely a good sign since it's in Toto Capital's best interest to actually make their money back and more. However, it could be a bad sign if this were a company that had zero products and zero customers. In my opinion, though, this is a good sign for the company as it raises capital that they need to work on many different things. I mean, after all, going public gives many companies the opportunity to raise funds for different reasons. And I think this is for some really nice acquisitions in the IoT space, or just to continue their autonomous vehicle projects. Overall, I think this company is a really good investment opportunity. I'll personally be adding a position in this stock myself. I think it has great potential, and since it has the backing of Toto Capital, I'm not really worried about any short-term capital issues, and the fact that it's entering the crypto space for an actual reason rather than going into it for the hype is what makes me really like this stock. They're using the crypto token to fund their leases, which I think is really brilliant. They have an amazing product with existing customers that include the military and civil defense departments. I really hope to see them acquire some long-lasting contracts with the governments to produce some really nice recurring revenues. Now personally, I really like their projects since it's creating a real-world impact, helping fire departments around the world, as well as saving us water, gas, cutting down pollution, and potentially saving more lives with the efficiency of their tech. Anyways guys, that's gonna be it for today's video. If you guys liked it and want to hear more research on OTC stocks, make sure to like and subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.